Hello, this is Azhar and welcome to Java SE series. Now we are going to learn in this tutorial how to write an application in NetBeans, and we will learn about the variables and the data types in Java. So let's start. You can start your NetBeans from your desktop by double clicking on this NetBeans. Okay, so you will open up the NetBeans and you can go to File, New Project, select Java application, next, and you have to give your project name, that is Hello World. This Hello World is actually available in my directory, so first let me delete these two. Okay, so you have to go to File, New Project, Java application, next. Okay, you have to go to Java and go to Java application, and you have to give the project name, that is Hello World. So I am giving Hello World to you, the project name, and you can see here, if I click the create main class, NetBeans is going to generate the main class. So I don't want to generate the main method actually, so I will untick it and click finish. Now our project is generated and has been initialized. Now you can click on source package, new, and click on other, and click on Java class, next. Now we are going to give our name of our class hello, click finish. Now you remember that we have written this program in the previous tutorial. Okay, so we are going to same thing we are going to write over here and run this application. So I am using NetBeans shortcut here, PSBM, and hit tab, and this whole stuff thing is written. Okay, so and again I am going to use another shortcut key, S out, hit tab. Okay, this system.out.println has been written out for me, and I am going to write hello world. Okay, sorry. Now our application has been written. To run this, right click on the hello.java and click run. Now you can see here the application has been running, and here is the output, hello world. Okay, now we have written a application in NetBeans, and we have actually NetBeans compiles this whole thing and generates .class file, and it runs the .class file using the Java external command that we have used. Okay, this Java tool it uses to run the .class file. Now you can see here the NetBeans is doing in the background. We don't know, we don't have to write all those stuff. We have to compile and we have to run. We have to do manually, but here in IDE we just simply click, it is all done. Okay, now let's learn about variables in Java. So what are variables? Variables in Java, variables are the data holders, pardon me. Okay, variables in Java, the variables you can learn from here. Variables are the data holders of object that are created in memory. Okay, the first thing to note here, what is object? Now object can be any real world entity over here. Suppose there is a student. Now the student is an object in the Java language. It is seen as an object that has certain features. Okay, certain attributes we can say, like he has a name, he has height, he has weight, he has the marks secured in his examination, likewise name, as I have told, So a student can have many more features. Okay, so here we are going to hold his data. Suppose we want to hold the student name, so in the program we have to hold it in a variable. So you can think of variable as a block that is assigned in the memory. Like this, you can think this one as a memory. Okay, this is actually not the way the memory looks like. This is a memory in virtual, we are thinking of it. So this is a big room of memory, and here we are having a block like this. This block is called a variable that is assigned by the Java language. When we run this application, the Java assigns this memory on this block on memory to hold the value, and here we are holding this variable to hold the marks of a student. You can see here I have written int marks equals 90. So here the marks variable, you can think this block as a marks variable, and this marks variable holds the value 90. Similar way, you can see the student name is also a variable that holds the value Rohan. You can see here this is a block, this is another block, and you can think of this block created in the memory. Okay, and it holds the data Rohan. So we have two blocks created in our memory, and these two blocks represent our objects data. This is 90 and this is Rohan. So variables are data holders of object. They hold the data of the object that are created in memory. Simple and crystal. Now let's move on. So the next thing here we have to note, the Java is a typed language. Now this is a heavy word, typed language. What does that mean? In a second we will know. Variable must have data types. Okay, variables must have data types specified, so that now it is saying that whenever you create a variable, you must specify its data type. Now again, what is data type? Okay, the data type we can learn from here. The marks will always be numeric. It can never be alphabet. Okay, it can be alphabet if we want. If we you want, suppose 10 to 20 you want to assign X, and for 80 to 90 O, from 90 to 100 you want to assign E. That is possible, but that E is different type of data. So here we are seeing that the marks variable holds the numeric data. So for numeric data we have a data type. So it's a category of data which it lies from. That is integer type of data. These are integer data, numeric data. So we have a data type for the variables that hold the numeric data, and that data type is called int. So what this whole line is gonna tell the compiler is that create a variable named marks in the memory that will hold only the that will hold the value of only numeric types. Only numeric types. It will not hold the data of like this Rohan. This is alphabet. This is the group of characters over here. So if you assign over here E, and run your application will gonna throw an error saying that this marks is defined as a data type of integer, so it must take only values of numeric type, that is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, anything but from numerics. Okay, so we have three types of data types that hold numeric value. So this is numbers, this holds the numbers. Okay, the data types that hold data of numeric types are integer, that is int, and byte and short. These three hold numeric data. Now there is another data type that holds the decimal values, the decimal numbers. Now this is also a numeric data 10.2, but it has a decimal, so it changes its form. It is fractional data. So to hold this type of data, we have two types of special special data types, that are float and double. Okay, these data types float and double hold only decimal types of data, and this int holds the numbers only numeric data, no decimals. And this character, this char, holds only a alphabet, single alphabet it can hold. Okay, like A and B. So, and it must be enclosed in between colons. This is very important. It must be enclosed in colons. For example, I want to say, I will write the data type char, and the variable name I will be giving here is alphabet. Okay, this is my variable alphabet equals, and I will assign here capital A. So this whole thing here, you can see this is the data type, and this is the variable, and this is the value that I am assigning. So to assign the value, we use the equals operator. Crystal. So we are done here. Now let us see, there is a special data type that we have not mentioned over here, that is the string. We will look at this in sometime later, but string is also a data type, we just know that. So the student name holds the data Rohan. Now we are clear what a variable is. A variable is a location in the memory that holds the data of an object. Okay, and this same with this here, that is the string is also created as a block in the memory, and it also holds the data. Now one thing you have to see here between string and character. The character, as mentioned, must be enclosed in a single quote. Here we have single quote, and it must hold a alphabet in between the single quote. Actually it can hold anything in between the single quote. Okay, it can hold 1, 2, pardon me, just hold on a sec. Okay, character, as we are saying that the character can hold any type of data in between this single quotes. Now I can replace this A with 10, no problem. Okay, sorry, just a sec, we'll be looking at the character. Okay, I cannot write 10 here because, as I have told, it will only take a single character. Okay, with single character I can write anything. Okay, now let's write down a program that holds this students data. Okay, now let us go to our default package and right click and Java class. Here we will create a student. Hit finish. Now we will write private int marks equals 10, private int char grade equals E. I will give it E grade and make the marks 90 and private string name equals Robin. So okay, we are going to write all this stuff inside the PSVM. Okay, let me remove this private from here. Now we'll know why we had to remove the private. Now let's we can replace the private with sorry, we cannot replace it, it must be default. So the next thing we are gonna do is we are going to we are going to design a student object. We are let me read. Okay, this is our student object and we have initialized this student object, the student class, with these variables. Okay, we have these variables and we have initialized with values. These variables represent the student object in the application. So I will write another utility class over here that will return me the grade of student according to marks. So here if marks greater than 90 equals 90, grade equals E. Okay, now let's return grade. Now here we have done a little twist. We have these variables, the marks and the name hold the name of the student as well as the marks. Here I have written a operation which calculates the grade from the marks. Okay, now we have this marks. This is a simple, this will only work if marks is greater than equals 90. That means if marks is greater than 90, so we will have a we will have the grade as E, else if the mark is anything lesser than 90 or greater than 100, anything lesser than 90, then our grade will be O. So here we have written something great, but now we will not talk much about this. You just remember that we have declared three variables that are marks, grade and name that represent this student object. Okay, now in the next video we will talk more about class and abstraction. What is a class and what is abstraction? And I think I should give you some examples of variables and how we can use this variable stuff. So let's this video is already 20 minutes long. I think I will give examples of variables on the next tutorial, and might be about class or abstraction. Let's see. Okay, thank you. See you in the next video.